Ja, godmorgen igen. Så sidder vi her og er klar til en ny dag. Og jamen, vi starter lige om lidt nede hos Aqara, og så kører vi videre derfra rundt i salene. Det bliver forhåbentligvis lige så god, eller bedre video end i går, og måske endda samme længde. Den blev meget lang, den mange, men de havde også rigtig mange spændende produkter, og det er jo egentlig 4 firmaer, vi dækkede der. Jamen, velkommen til, og god fornøjelse.
So this will be our new radiator thermostat, the W600, and as compared to our previous generation, which is based on CP, the W600, the new generation, is dual protocol, so it supports both CP and thread.
Okay.
But via either protocol, it supports Matter, so it's Matter over thread or Matter over bridge. And as compared to the last generation, which features 1 year of battery life, this generation, it features 2 years. So we double the battery life. Also, we got a lot of feedback from the last generation where the display is on this side. Sometimes for some users, this side is actually facing the wall.
Yeah.
So for this generation, we actually change it to this side. So that you will be able to see it when, from whichever angle you want. This W600, it works really nicely with our climate sensor. The W100 is basically a temperature and humidity sensor, but it also has some extra buttons. If you choose to buy your radiator to the sensor, you can actually set the temperature by just pressing the buttons on your sensor. So you don't.
And that's also via thread.
This is also dual protocol, so thread and CP. So you don't necessarily have to take out your phone to set the temperature. You don't necessarily have to use voice command with Siri, Alexa. You could have more way to control or say to set up your to set the temperature of your radiators. Here is our power management devices for the European market. For a few years, we have the smart plug. The older generation, which is again based on CP. This newer generation, the H2, is based on CP and thread. So again, dual protocol. And more importantly, we now offer both the indoor and outdoor version. So this thread model is outdoor rated IP44. So it will be good for use in bathrooms, but also of course outdoors for like light strips or any appliance that you want to plug in. And here you could see a prototype of our new power strip for the European market, the power strip H2 EU. And all the device you see here is supposed the power metering feature or say capabilities, wire meter. So you could not only monitor the power consumption on Aqara app, but also on any Matter compatible platforms. For example, Home Assistant or smart things, as long as the platform supports these features.
And can the plugs be turned off individually?
Yes. And we even offer the USB plug.
Okay.
So you will be, you'll be able to control or say automate each individual power resource separately. This will be the new doorbell camera from Aqara, the G400. We actually released a different model, which is called the doorbell camera hub G410 a few months ago. And what's different between these two models is that the G410 actually could be wire or wirelessly, that is to be powered by 6 AA batteries. Yep. But this model, the G400, is pure wire. So you could either wire it to your existing low voltage cable, or you could use your PoE cable to power it if you already have a PoE running around your house. The beauty of using PoE is that you not only got constant power, but you also got very stable internet connection.
Yeah, exactly.
So that will make this model really ready for 24/7, uninterrupted operation. And also when we first released our G4 and G410 doorbell, we got some feedback from users because the G4, the viewing angle is horizontal, but this model is finally vertical, it's 3x4. So it really helps you to better keep track of your packages on the ground.
Yeah.
And we got all the AI capabilities locally on devices, so it could recognize your face, it could detect a package when it's delivered, it could recognize your vehicle, and it could also recognize, it could also detect your pets. So we have had many AI capabilities on device to this doorbell, and it's also IP65 rated, so it's good with rings and moistures. Okay.
And it integrates with the home station?
Yes. So the home station, this is not finalized yet, or say it's not a final commercial solution yet. It's a prototype. So the home station M410 will be the home for all the Aqara cameras. One thing it does is that it's a Wi-Fi extender, so it really helps with the level range of your Wi-Fi cameras or doorbells. And more importantly, it provides high capacity local storage. Previously, with Aqara cameras, you will rely on a micro SD card for local storage. It is up to 112 gigabytes. But with the home station, not only is possible with a micro SD card, but also HDD or SSD. So the capacity is significantly enhanced. And the reason we name it the M410 is because it's also a hub.
Okay.
Yeah, so like
another hub.
Another hub. We have more hubs than you know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes. So it's also a fretboard router, metal controller, and CPU hub. So it not only connects your doorbells, it also connects to your other smart devices like the smart door locks, sensors, outdoor plug, indoor plug.
Yep.
So we really decide this as a central point of your entire home security system. That is why it not only connects to the doorbell, but also other devices. So yes, we are making even more hubs. This will be a prototype of our camera G510. It will be Aqara's first battery outdoor camera. It has a solar cable built-in. It also has a built-in battery that offers months of battery life. So with the battery and also the solar panel, this model is designed to be self-sustained. So you just put it there, don't worry about it. It will run on the solar.
It will not do 24/7 recording, right?
I think it will be able to do 24/7 to the home station, but not by its own.
No, but I mean, even on solar power?
I think you can if you choose, but again, it's not finalized yet, so we may need to do more tests for us to confirm.
If you choose, can it then be powered, or is it purely battery?
I think it's pure battery.
Okay.
Because if you really want it to be powered, you actually already have the G5 Pro. The reason we have this model is that when we first released G5 Pro, we got many feedback saying, okay, I like this outdoor camera, but I want a battery version.
Yeah.
And you get the battery version.
Yeah.
So we do already have the wire version. That one is PoE or a cable, a Type-C cable. So back to the G510, it's a classic outdoor camera, IP66 rated, 2.5K. And just like the G5 Pro, it does true color light vision, which means that it doesn't rely on the spotlight to provide the color image at night. Here, we have this presence multi-sensor FP300. When we first released the FP2 presence sensor years ago, we got many possible feedbacks from the smart home user community. And the only complaint we get is that we don't want the cables because we don't really have the outlet, near the location to plug it. So we got the ask a lot, can you do a battery operated presence sensor? And here it is, Aqara's first battery operated presence sensor. It actually combines both PIR motion and millimeter wave for the precise presence detection. And it also measures temperature, humidity, and light. So it's a lot of sensing going on with these tiny devices, which is battery power, which provides 2 years of battery life. Before you ask, 2 years.
That's a lot for a microwave.
Yes. What else? Okay. It's dual protocol, FRET and CP. And so it supports matter over thread or matter over bridge. So it works nicely with any with major ecosystems, whether it's Alexa, Apple, Google, or if you are more into the DIY side, HomeMe and Home Assistant.
Yeah.
This will be our shutter switch H2EU. Like a regular kinetic shutter switch, of course, it controls your shutters, and it could allow you to use more ways than you need to control the shutters, whether by pressing the button or use voice commands with your virtual assistant, or you could do it remotely with your phone or with automation or running a schedule. And what's different for our shutter switch as other shutter switch on today's market is that we actually offer 2 extra wireless buttons. These 2 you could basically program it to do anything. You could use it to turn on your light. You could program it to activate a scene, a good morning scene, a good night scene, or you could use it to arm your security system. So we really want to offer some extra flexibility. So that is why we include 2 extra buttons that you could, use it for basically everything you want.
Okay, and do you have covers for them, or do you have to print your own small labels for?
You will need to bring your own label. This 2 is already printed for the wire. Here is up and down, but this one, since it's highly customizable, we won't be able to provide any, so you have to do your own label though.
Light-udgaven af U200, og den er selvfølgelig billigere, det er derfor den hedder Light. Den har ikke noget keypad med. Til gengæld kan du stadig låse op med NFC og med din app osv. Og i stedet for dual-protokol på den her, så er der så kun thread og matter support. Govee, de laver lys til alle former, både til hygge, altså ambient lys, men også med almindelig belysning og til alle rum, mener de, og så integrerer de mod matter via Wi-Fi, så man kan integrere det til hvad som helst, og Home Assistant er der jo direkte integration til. Som noget nyt i år, så har Govee så lavet Ambilight, og det foregår med et lille kamera, der sidder oven på fjernsynet. Og de har så 2 versioner, en fra 55 til 65 tommer, og en fra 70 til 85 tommer. Og de her linser, de er så rettet ind specielt, så de fanger så mange detaljer som muligt fra fjernsynet og genskaber det rundt om fjernsynet. Så det er den nye lampe her fra Govee, og den er udviklet sammen med JBL med højttaler indbygget i. Den integrerer med Bluetooth til din musik og kan synke til musik og lave alle mulige sjov. Og også fungerer som almindelig bordlampe, når der ikke er fest på ungdomsværelset. Udover det, så har den selvfølgelig matter og understøttelse af voice igennem Google og så videre, og den kan selvfølgelig køre farveregulering på varm hvid, kold hvid og så videre. Den er meget, meget avanceret. Her er vi så det samme sat op med ambient lys. Her har de så bare synket lyset med kameraet. Det var det ikke på det andet. Det var mere bare for at vise, at der var mulighed for at køre lys rundt om den. Her kan man se, at farverne skifter sammen med billedet, som det bør. Og fungerer rigtig godt, og det her det er altså et stort fjernsyn. Og den klarer det altså meget godt med det der lille bitte kamera, der sidder heroppe på toppen. Det er ikke fordi det er stort setup, det her lille bitte kamera, der sidder oppe. Det kræver selvfølgelig, at det kan sidde oven på fjernsynet, og der er ledigt deroppe. Og det kan nå at få fred til at opfange fjernsyn. Det skulle ikke blive forstyrret så meget af ambient lys, men det kan jo selvfølgelig godt ske, hvis man har rigtig meget lyspåvirkning udefra. Så har vi de her nye pendant lights fra Govee også, og de kan altså vise flere farver per lampe. Der er faktisk 3 sektioner i, som kan vise hver sin farve, og det gør de faktisk rigtig, rigtig fint. Der kan være op til 1000 lumens, 1300 lumens faktisk, i den her lille lampe. Og den styres ligesom alle andre Govee Light via deres app, og kan lave alle mulige effekter og sådan noget, som vi kender fra Govee i forvejen. Meget, meget, meget fin lampe med sådan et røgfarvet glas rundt om, og så en enkelt ledning op fatningen. Meget nydeligt. Så er vi på Reolink, og i dag så skal vi lære lidt om Reolink, som er et frygteligt navn, som Fabrice her ved siden af mig har fundet. No. I'll put you in the video. Folk, der følger med på YouTube, kan se, hvem vi lige blev forstyrret af. Så, men er jo meget sød og sportben. Så vi skal rundt og se, hvad der er med det her Reolink. Altså det er ikke til at sige, når man er dansker i hvert fald. Og Fabrice her har fundet på det, og han er meget stolt af det. Det ved jeg ikke, om man skal være. Men det er i hvert fald noget neural eller AI, som er indbygget i det nye kamera. Så det faktisk kan genkende flere personer, følge personerne rundt osv. Det virker ret avanceret. Så er vi her med Fabrice, og han skal fortælle os lidt om det her Reolink, som er umuligt at udtale.
Welcome to the booth here, Reolink's booth at IFA 2025. So we're starting here with products we just launched. We launched 2 products, first I would say. So this is the Reolink TrackFlex floodlight Wi-Fi. This is a 4K 360 PTZ security camera with local AI video search. Amazing security camera with 2 floodlights that deliver up to 3,000 lumens and cover up to 40 feet, about 12 meters. So these will light, and these are customizable. You can change them from warm to cool light for maximum brightness or lower brightness. And something really cool about this camera, these 3 PIR sensors. So they can detect objects out of view in a 270-degree range. So even if the camera doesn't see you, these are going to detect you in that range. And immediately when these detect you, the camera is going to turn fast, look at you, and track you while you are in there. The object is in there. And you have 2 lenses here, one for a wider view and a zoom lens with up to 6 times hybrid zoom that allows you to get a closer look at the object you're seeing, and you're tracking all that in 4K quality.
So what happens if one guy approaches from left and one guy approaches from right?
All right, so you still have that wide angle that's going to keep the other guy in frame, but it's going to get the first guy. The priority is the first person, but the second wide angle is still going to cover you because you have a wider field of view on that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you have Reolink. This is Reolink Smart Intelligent AI that will be powering all our devices from now on. And it comes with a lot of features that we'll be taking you through. So we'll start with from the side. Where you can find, again, it's basically, this is how I explain it. It's like knowing what your cameras are thinking when they're looking at you. That's basically how it works. So as we walk here, the camera is looking at us and it's thinking, and it's giving us information in real time. Like you see people are standing on the street, and then it's going to generate, see, Reolink is generating the event that it is seeing. So the fun part is just being able to, show off what your cameras are thinking when they're looking at you.
Yeah.
It says people walking through public space, ever individuals, or walking through public area with them stopping to interact with camera setup. See, it knows you have a camera, and it knows you're talking to me, and this is what it's thinking, and it's just fun to just finally be able to see what your cameras are thinking in real time. And on this side, this is where it tells you what it's seeing. Like I'm seeing a man wearing pants, a shirt, a blue shirt, a nice pant. He has a glasses on, see, and all of that. It can detect all of that because Reolink not only detects person, vehicle, animals now, but it can detect up to 25 different objects, including flowers, bicycles, packages. So you know when your package is in front of your door, it's taken. So much more.
So afterwards, if I want to find a person with glasses and a yellow bag?
Yes, you can just search for it. So that's the AI video search feature.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is to search for that specific moment, and then you just find it. So all you just have to, let's say I want to find a handsome man with the blue shirt. And Reolink is just going to pull that up.
Yeah.
Reolink will just pull that up, and you can find these moments where this man was during a period of time, or during the footage that you have stored on the cameras.
Yeah, cool for business owners.
Yeah, for business, and more for business owners.
Yeah.
And these can be processed locally and on the cloud too. Yes.
So it's on...
Locally, you can have them locally, so it's private, secure, and you can have them on the cloud to deploy across multiple cameras that you have installed in internationally or anything. So if you come with me, we have the more for the business side of things. This is some of the cool ones we have. So if you want to apply these security cameras to your business, we have this part where you're trying to know how many people are visiting your shop today, right? These would get in there. This camera would, for starters, we have here, you can see in real time, it's detecting shirts, glasses. It's like when I do this, you can see my glasses being detected right there. And so for businesses to help your everyday operational activity, you can just check these. Will let you know how many, it will count people counting to let you know how many people are visiting your shop today. You can draw a zone. Imagine you have a house in a swimming pool and you want to make sure when anything goes past that or a ball goes into your swimming pool, you get that notification. You can draw a boundary around that, and immediately when something goes in there, you get that notification and you can go check it out. So that's it. So we have that. And you can even draw zones where when people enter that, you get a notification, just like I told you. Imagine if this was a swimming pool, right? And you can count, you can set a line crossing zone where people just cross in, and then it gives you that notification.
Can you do it with a direction on the line?
Yeah.
So you go from A to B or B to A?
So we have zone lingering alerts. So that's what that does is when somebody is just standing in a specific location or going back and forth, or an object is just moving back and forth, you get a notification like, just check that out. And you have heat mapping. Let's say you have a supermarket, right? And you're trying to figure out where do people love to purchase in my shop every day. So you would want to look at the heat map to see high density areas or high traffic areas. You will be able to see that through that. Then you know where people are moving into over a period of time. Also, crowd monitoring. Let's say at a checkout counter in a supermarket. So if there are a lot of people just on one counter waiting to pay, it would alert you because of a crowd, and you can send another personnel to free out the line. So,
is it limited to a camera at a time, or can it do a heat map for multiple
cameras at a time? As long as you're connected to the NVRs,
sure.
Everything is processed in there, and you get it locally.
Wow.
Yes. So that's it, and many more features coming.
Nothing sent to the cloud. Nothing.
You can have it locally. You can have it to the cloud, depending on how you want it.
If you start out with Reolink, you buy one camera.
Yes.
Do you already have Reolink then?
Yes.
Or do you need a central box?
It does work in our IP cameras too, with some of our IP cameras for now, and we'll be expanding that to multiple cameras in the future.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So
IP cameras, NVRs, both locally on the cloud, and that's it.
And the existing cameras?
And some of the existing cameras, so the list of the cameras that will be supporting that will be currently out during these days, and there will be multiple cameras that will be added soon. Support for multiple cameras will be coming soon.
But the old cameras won't be upgradable to this?
For now, what we have is the current list of cameras that are workable with this unit, but there'll be more cameras. Okay. If there's any news of older cameras being upgraded, we'll have them out too.
Welcome to AudioPro, Swedish loudspeaker manufacturer since 1978. Started with passive speakers. We did some amplifiers and stuff. Now I think around 2000 we migrated to wireless active speakers only. And we've had great success. I mean, we win a lot of tests and good products. Today we're here presenting the latest, the new W generation. We basically took the entire range of products and reworked them from scratch. So we updated the firmware in them to a completely overhaul, more than 10 years newer firmware, better functionality features, security, response times, a lot of more service providers, streaming providers. And with that, a new app. I know that the old app was frowned upon, but the new app it's really good. Try it out. The next step, we redid all the design. We homogenized all the fabrics, textures on materials, new paints, a lot of new colors. We added some real walnut wood veneer. Yeah. And the final step is we spent, I don't know, 5,000-10,000 hours of sound tuning. So we started from scratch with the DSP settings, changed some of the tweeters, did tuning, updates on some of the drivers. We play louder, more bass, lower distortion, better frequency response for like a more modern sound. So yeah, that's the W, the whole package. We're proud of it, and I think our customers will be happy.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So what can you stream without having your phone attached to it?
Absolutely. We have Chromecast and we have AirPlay and we have our own proprietary streaming transfer protocol. But you can hook up to your Google Home or Apple Home and do streaming. And of course we have Bluetooth. We had a lot of electrical, analog, digital inputs, HDMI as well.
Now you're Swedish.
Yeah.
There's another Swedish company. How about that one? Spotify.
Yeah, of course. We have Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect, Cubus Connect, and I don't know, 20 more streaming services. Great. So Spotify, that's a given. Yeah, exactly. Of course. So all of the big streaming services, you can run them from within our app, or you can run the apps themselves and cast it to the speakers. We also have more Audio Pro unique features. We have restreaming, so if you connect like a record player or an analog input from a CD player or whatever, you can restream that to all other speakers in that group. So you can connect your favorite record player to a C20 and you can hook up a couple of A10s on the rear and have sound everywhere.
Oh wow, that's nice. So you actually get a stereo system with one speaker connected,
exactly.
And then you can broadcast it everywhere.
Yeah, you can broadcast it like 20 speakers within your entire house. And we also have the preset functionality. So most of the streaming services, those that support it, you just push the button, keep it pushed, and the speaker itself remembers your favorite Spotify playlist. So then you can always start that playlist without having to use the phone. The phone can even be shut off. So the speaker grabs the stream from the internet by itself.
Wow.
So those are very popular features.
Yeah, it sounds nice. And it looks very premium. Very
we like
nice
to say
materials.
Premium for a reduced price. It's a win-win.
Absolutely. But I mean, it's solid materials like wood. I love wood, especially in speakers. The resonance is much better.
Yes.
And good wire connectors.
Yeah, absolutely. Connectors. We pick those carefully.
Ja, I can imagine.
Ja.
Når man så bevæger sig lidt rundt på IFA, så støder man altså nogle gange på noget, der er ret vildt. De fleste kender jo det her e-paper som noget, der bruger meget lidt strøm i sort-hvid eller gråtoner. Noget, man bruger på readers, bookreaders osv. Her har de altså lavet det i farver. Og så er det blevet til live plakater. Det her, det ser vanvittigt flot ud. Det her, det er altså e-paper, som simpelthen viser din plakat, som om det var en almindelig plakat, og der er jo ikke noget lys fra den. Så det vil sige, det er ikke noget, der vil stå og lyse op i stuen, når du ikke er der. Det er simpelthen bare helt fantastisk, det der. Ser vanvittigt flot ud. Og i forskellige størrelser. Altså en meget, meget, meget fin opløsning, det her. Og det hedder så InkPoster, Color E-Paper, Digital Art Poster. Det er ret vildt. Og det ligner simpelthen rigtige plakater. Så kan du altså have din Louisiana-plakat, når du skal være kulturel. Og når vennerne er på besøg, så kan det være din rock-plakat. Og når fodboldkammeraterne er på besøg, så kan det være Man United-plakaten. Så er vi over hos Rokid. Og de laver alle mulige sjove ting her, kan vi se. Mest briller faktisk. Det er AR-briller, som vi kender det fra tidligere. Google Glasses. De her, de er dog lidt anderledes, fordi de viser faktisk tekst inde i brillen. Og kan også lave noget hvad hedder sådan noget, virtual reality, ikke virtual reality, augmented reality, på hvad du ser rundt omkring. Og det er altså Rokid. Det eneste, jeg spekulerer på, det er, når vi nu ved, hvordan folk behandlede mennesker, der gik med Google Glasses, hvordan folk så opfatter, når du kommer med Rokid Glass i stedet for, er jo egentlig det samme. Her ser vi selve brillen, og den er meget diskret. Det er svært at se det lille kamera, der sidder deroppe. De er lidt klumpede stadigvæk. Det er de. Her kan vi faktisk se det grønne blive reflekteret i glasset. Nu er vi her med Rokid og Liang, og han ved en masse om de her briller, som vi står med her. Der er de her små refleksfelter herinde i, som gør, at man kan se skærmen. So, how does it work?
So this is from Rokid booth, and I'm from Rokid, so this is the world's first AI AR glasses. So before we release this glass, so the smart glasses on the market, they typically either has no display or they have no camera. So this is the world's first one, have the display, camera, we even embedded ChatGPT in it as well. So this is the full function, all-in-one glasses. This is first ever. So I think this will be really revolutionized, like for the wearable industry.
And how does it show it on the glasses? I mean, you can't have a screen in the glasses.
Yes. So the unique is this has a two display.
Yeah.
We have a micro LED pico projector. So it's like your home projector.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the pico projector here, and then we have the input grading, and we share one projector but spread it to two different directions. And then there's the input grading, then the light propagates through the glasses, and then there's output grading. And then the light hits the output grading, it will project the light to your eye. So you will be able to see the really great binocular, green images, really sharp images.
So it's monochrome green.
So yeah, it is monochrome green, but this is great for text, for GPS. So there's a lot of great use cases for that.
Yeah, and I mean this can't do everything. So does it hook up to your phone or?
Oh yeah. So for the hardware, like we just explained, right? So we have two displays. Also, we have two speakers. They are really great directional speaker.
Oh, inside these?
Yeah, inside those temples.
Okay.
So that means when you wear this, you will be able to hear loud and clear, really great quality music. But the people around you, they will not hear anything.
Nice.
Okay. Also, we have a four microphone. So the microphone it will not only be able to hear you, but it's also able to understand where the sound come from. So, for example, like So, for example, like the microphone, if you are using our AI teleprompter, it will be able to only capture your voice, not the surrounding voice.
Okay.
But if you are using translation, you want to capture the
other people
in front of you.
Yeah.
So then it switches mode. So it only listens to the people in front of you. So that way we have 4 microphones, 2 speakers, 2 display, and also we have IMU sensor for the vibration cancellation when you take pictures or videos.
And you mentioned something you haven't mentioned, translation.
Yes.
So it does live translation of other people?
Yes.
So you can actually speak Chinese to me and I would be able to
certainly.
read it?
We can try it out now. So what we do is we have a lifetime translation. So it's really fast. It's in milliseconds.
Oh.
So it's not only Chinese, German, English. We currently support over 100 different languages.
Okay.
It's amazing. So yesterday I, Hindi, Siberian, also Portuguese, like all the different languages we tried. It works perfect.
And so how these bars, I mean, they won't fit everybody. Some have shorter way to the ears and stuff like that. Can they be bent so they fit your ear?
Oh yeah. So the magic is you can see here, we create something we call this is a titanium hinges.
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, like I have a wider face, some people they have smaller face.
Yeah.
So we are able to bend this very easily.
Okay.
So it pretty much I would say fits like 90% of the people.
So it won't squeeze your head.
It's quite comfortable.
Yeah.
It's quite comfortable. It's quite robust.
Yeah.
So we have this titanium hinges. Okay.
Yeah.
And I would say it support maybe 90% of people. It's quite comfortable.
One of the key issues with something like this is when Google did their Google glasses.
Yes,
people
I remember
picked on
that
them.
time.
People were teasing them.
Yes.
So what why wouldn't you be teased with these?
Okay, that's a great question. So for Google Glass, if you remember, that's about 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So I think at the time, Google, they did announce this is a really revolutionary product, but the main issue is at that time, they use a block. So the block, I think, is right at the top here.
Very
so
obvious.
When you talk to people, so you always need to look at this side, right? So people call that like, very weird. But for us, you are able to actually shift the area of the display.
Okay.
So, for example, like when I do the speech, I can shift, depends on my height or where the audience, right? I can always shift my text region to where I want. So I can always keep my eye contact with people as well.
Okay, so actually you're not looking at me, you're looking at the text.
Yeah, but you will now know.
No, exactly.
That's a trick.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, and how long does the battery in them last for?
So the battery really depends on the use case, right?
Yeah.
So for example, if you are take videos, so currently this support 12 megapixel camera. Okay, so that means it take a 4K videos. If you are take 4K video, it lasts 40 minutes roughly. But for example, I'm using this every day. Probably I would say 4 to 5 hours, depends on the use case.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you charge them?
So this is our charging solution. So this is magnetic. So for example, when I drive, I can just simply put like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's very easy to.
Yeah. So it's not a big clunky one that you have to take them off or anything.
No. So the benefit is when you charge, you do not need to look at them.
Yeah.
So you can just
It'll click in place.
Yeah. Click in place. Very simple.
Very impressive.
So we have the translation, support over 100 languages. Yeah. And we also have an AI teleprompter. This is very useful when you do speech. Yeah. So the text will follow you. Ah. So you do not need use the clickers.
Notes or
all the notes. Yeah. So you just push the note, and then you can read it, and then it will automatically do the flip pages, scroll, etc. So we use AI. So it will recognize that.
It will recognize the text and the speech.
Yes.
And then.
Yeah. Also, there's a ChatGPT, the full power ChatGPT. Yeah. You will have ChatGPT with you. For example, I can say, "Hi, Rokid, take a look. What's in front of me?" Yeah. Or how long should I bake my bread?
Yeah. Okay. So usually you have to pay for ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And do you have to? How do you pay for that? With this?
Yeah, so today, any AI service, they're not free, right? So you need to pay them.
Yeah, exactly.
But for Rokid, we will give people I think 2 to 3 months free use for all the AI model.
Okay.
And another benefit, you are able to choose your own AI model. For example,
if you want something else
with ChatGPT or you want some other model, you are able to choose different models.
Okay.
Okay. So and then we give you as I mentioned, we give you a free trial.
Yeah. Så vi over at besøge Roborock. Roborock kender en del jo allerede fra støvsuger og så videre. De har efterhånden udviklet en del mere. Det skal vi høre fra Monique, som står her sammen med mig. So Monique, what's so exciting about Roborock this year?
Yeah, so Roborock is a smart home technology company. We're driven by innovation and the mission to improve people's lives. Really make time for their passion and for them to rock life. We're really happy about this IFA because we have a lot of exciting innovations, and one that maybe is the most important is our new product introduction. We launched a new category this time, that is the robotic lawnmowers. We're really well known for our robotic vacuum cleaner and our washer dryers and our handheld wet and dry vacuum cleaners, and we decided to use this expertise in obstacle avoidance and navigation in a product category that we feel needs a kick because taking care of the lawn is an experience that for many takes a lot of time and is super
boring.
Yeah, for some boring, some might like it, the long me time, but definitely it's a lot of physical power as well. And today we're launching, or at IFA we're launching 3 new products: Rockmo Zeta 1, which is our new flagship, Rockmo S1, and then Rock Neo Q1. And these combine different technologies, and our flagship, of course, the best one, that is that each wheel of the four that drives it has its own motor that adjusts strength independently, meaning that it can really adjust the power and orient the navigation, and also taking better care of the lawn. What's very nice about our new flagship, it also can feature an accessory that makes corner cutting of grass up to 3 centimeters. Also, it can go up slopes, up 80% gradients, which is not needed for all the homes, but it's a nice feature when there are specific designs. For instance, a slope on the garage and the entrance of the lawn. What is also very important to say about the rock mode Zeta 1 is that it goes over threshold up to 6 centimeters. So it's a very versatile robotic lawn mower, and we're really happy to feature this one. It's a great. We think it's a great possibility for us to make a contribution.
The difference between the small one and the big one.
So for instance, it's in the gradient that they are able to lap for, so between 80% and 25%. Also in the adjustability for grass cutting, the rock one, Zeta 1, has to adjust to the grass height on its own, whereas the other ones, the lowest category, you have to adjust it by yourself. Also, the navigation. For instance, Rock Mo is based on a combination of satellite and AI based, while the other ones are slightly different.
Okay. And it has 4-wheel drive, the new one.
Yeah, exactly.
So it shouldn't get stuck anywhere.
No, exactly. So what is different in the base now is that we have introduced with Roborock H60, H60 Hub series, a new base that is more similar to the robotic vacuum cleaner base. So it will have the dustbin, the water filter, so it's actually self-sufficient hand-rolled vacuum cleaner. What is also very nice about the H60 series is that it can bend to 90 degrees. So for instance, for all of those who need to clean under the bed or under kitchen cabinets, it makes it extra easy and comfortable to use. So we really introduce products that have slight differences, but can really help different type of households depending on what their needs are.
Så er der noget ret spøjst her fra Roborock. Det er ikke klar til markedet endnu, men det er et koncept, de arbejder på. Vi vil prøve at se på forskellige. Så det her, det er en 4-in-1. Det er en vaskemaskine, og det er en tørretumbler, og det er en støvsuger, og det er en gulvmoppe. Så den klarer alting for dig, og du behøver kun at have en maskine. Og det er jo perfekt, hvis der er en lille lejlighed, kun har plads til nogle få ting. Så ser du pænt ud af, at støvsugeren forsvinder ind i rummet ned, og den ikke skal stå fremme og fylde. Det er meget interessant. Og så er designet jo forholdsvis lækkert, synes jeg, her med spæde. Det er jo sådan, det ofte med konceptting. Nu putter man det vildeste på. Meget, meget spændende.
Another product that we're happy to introduce is the Curve 2 Pro. So this builds on the product that we released at last year's IFA, the Curve Curve. So as you can see, it has a very specific aesthetic design, but it's also an extremely innovative product that builds upon our latest flagship technology and navigation system. So of course it has a self-sufficient cleaning system, and it has a flexi arm right there, the reactive AI, obstacle avoidance recognition. So it's a very special product. Also, what is new of this for this one, the Curve Pro, as sort of the second step of last year's Curve Curve, is that it's now 7.98 slim in design. So just as our flagship, which is something that we needed. Also the adaptive lift chassis, so that allows it to lift and small and chassis up to 4 centimeters for the homes. 4 centimeters for the homes, especially Nordic homes that have a special
endnu en lang dag overstået på IFA 6. september, og det har været en masse spændende ting, jeg har set. Der har faktisk været noget, som jeg slet ikke havde forberedt mig på, og det fremgår jo også af videoen InkPoster, der så spændende ud. Men vi har været forbi Aqara, set alt det nye der, og fået lidt forklaringer på, hvad der kommer, og så videre. Og det bliver altså en dual protocol fra nu af, som jeg forstår det, både med Zigbee og Thread. Og så vil Zigbee langsomt forsvinde ud af systemet, har jeg på fornemmelsen. Men der er altså nogle ting, du kan på Zigbee, som du ikke kan på Thread. Den her multisensor, for eksempel, de viste, den havde 2 års batterilevetid. Og faktisk er det sådan, at du med Zigbee kan begynde at deaktivere nogle af sensorerne, hvis du ikke har brug for dem, og så vil den holde endnu længere tid. Det er ret imponerende. Specielt en microwave sensor, det har jeg altså ikke set før, at de kan holde så lang tid. Så var vi forbi Govee. De havde lidt med noget, den her nye lampe, de havde noget sådan ambient light på på tv og ved hjælp af kamera. Det synes jeg jo, vi har set før og sådan noget. Der er jo selvfølgelig et lille problem, når der kommer falsk lys ind og sådan noget, men altså, det var lækkert lavet, og det virkede rigtig godt. Reolink var jo forbi, de her Reolink, så det er fuldstændig umuligt at udtale. Og det var faktisk ham, jeg interviewede, opfindelse af det her navn, og han er meget stolt af det. Og så kom NAS Compares jo lige og forstyrrede os lidt der midt i det hele. Så var vi over forbi InkPoster, som sagt. Helt fantastisk flot plakat, lavet med e-ink og i farver. Og så i den størrelse, det var altså imponerende. Så kom vi forbi Rokid, og Rokid laver de her briller, og man kunne også få styrke i glassene og så videre. Det fik jeg ikke lige nævnt undervejs, men det kan man altså godt sætte i, selvom de har de her specielle felter til denne her projekter, som kører inden fra midten af og ud. Og så var vi over til sidst forbi Roborock, og super spændende gasslåmaskine, de har fået lavet sig der, og der er en støvsuger, den kom desværre ikke med i videoen, og flere andre ting, som de har introduceret i år. Alt sammen meget, meget spændende produkter, synes jeg, og dem håber vi på at se mere til. Jeg håber, I synes, det var spændende i dag, og tak fordi I kiggede med. Der kommer jo selvfølgelig ikke en liste over alle de søde støtter, der er i kanalen. Det vil jeg godt have vist, men det kan jeg ikke, være ikke få listen med. Men tusind tak for jeres hjælp, og husk, at det er muligt at støtte, både ved at like videoen, subscribe på kanalen, og måske trykke på klokken for at få direkte besked, når der kommer nyt. Det var alt for mig for i dag. Jeg håber, I ser med igen i morgen. Pas godt på jer selv, og pas godt på hinanden. Hej igen.